Okay, so hello YouTube. Um, we are starting a new immersion, English immersion. Now, talk. Let me stop the live. Okay. Today we talk about social media. So now I will introduce how TNT works. So TNT is a platform for you to develop your language skills and achieve your fluency. Inside the platform, we have English, Spanish, French, and Italian. And soon we have German and Mandarin. So our philosophy is don't correct other, be respectful, and the main point here is to practice your speaking and have fun and do network. So here is a safe place to practice. So enjoy the conversation and meet new people, do network. So remember, I'm not an English teacher. I'm here like a student facilitator. Yeah, I'm hostess here. In search of my fluency in the language, just like you. So sometimes I don't know the pronunciation. I don't know some words. So I made some mistakes. So that's it because I'm learning. Here we have Alice and me. So we don't have other guys. So, but I think it's important to say that everyone here wants to practice English, but be respectful and respect to your colleagues' speak time. I know it's just only me and the Alice, but I think it's important to say. So I will guide this conversation, and now I introduce myself. My name is Suelen. I'm 28. I live in a small city in Rio de Janeiro with my family. I have a degree in human resource and attend post-graduation degree in organizational psychology. Um, in my free time, I like to read books, watch TV shows, go out with my friends. Sometimes I hiking, and yeah, I think that's it. Alice, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. So I live in São Paulo, capital, and I am a developer and I am married. I am 25 years old. And mm, in my free time, I like playing video games and watch videos, streaming like that. Uh, and I like study English too.
Yeah, study English is
Yeah.
important. So, do you study another language or not?
No,
No, it's
uh,
only English.
it's only English for now.
Okay.
In the future, maybe.
Okay. Thank you. Good afternoon, Guy. Guy?
Yes, hello, good afternoon.
Good
I'm sorry I'm
afternoon.
late.
Mm-hmm. No problem. Are you okay?
Yes?
No? Is this the first time or not?
No.
No? Okay. So, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. I'm Aguilaya, but everybody calls me Gui. I'm from São Paulo. I work with technical, I'm a technical writer, and I think here is it. I'm trying to improve my English.
Yeah, good. So I will send the questions again. I don't know if you receive the questions? Not? Okay, I will send on the chat again. Today we'll talk about social media, okay? So let's put the other question. So I will send some expression if you want to use in the immersion. Okay, 1 minute. Nice. So let's go to start. Alicia, I start with you. How do you think social media platforms have changed the way we communicate and build a relationship?
So I think nowadays we have more conversation with the people uh, is far away from us, and this connects the world, and we can talk. I can talk with you,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't live near of me. So I think the social media uh, increase this communication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, the thing is becoming easier, you know?
yeah,
So nowadays it's easier to communicate, to have a contact with
yeah,
with people, the another country or another maybe another street because here in my home,
yeah.
uh, me and my brother talk on WhatsApp, and me he is in his room and me in my room, so we talk on WhatsApp because we don't want to talk, I think speak up, so we talk by message. That's it. Guy, how about you?
I totally agree. I think we change how we communicated inside of your houses. For example, I do the same. A few swelling. Sometimes, well, I do want something about the street, something like that. Uh, in the same time, I can have more contact with different people of different countries or cities, and this is amazing. Isn't it expensive? It's different when I was teenager, for example. If I call too much, some friend was very expensive.
Yeah.
The I forgot the bill.
Yeah, I when I was a teenager, I remember this thing because they carry I don't know how to say cobrava in English. Cobrava the call, né? A ligação. So I think it's awful, but nowadays it's easier to talk, to keep the contact with the other person, and it's easier to have contact with English, I think, because when I travel abroad, and I get some number. I think I get some number, and nowadays I keep the contact. I maintain the contact with the guys and that I have that I did the friendship. So I think it's important because we have yeah, this contact. I think social media can help us in different types of things. That's it. So, Gui, in what ways has social media impacted your daily routine? Can you share specific examples?
Good question. Social media impact, for example, my daily routine. I think I spend a lot of time on social media, and I would like to reduce more than I just reduce. So, impact, I think in this point. So, I think we spend a long time,
Mhm.
but social media impact sometimes my choose, because I saw something and someone share, or some company, or if I'm impacted for some ads, for example. And so yes, social media influenced me a lot of things, my
Yeah,
daily routine.
Yeah, thank you, Guy. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think people that work with technology waste a lot of time, spend a lot of time in social media because it's work. I don't know.
Yes,
It's right.
a part of my time, yes. For example, I have a store, for example, a small store.
Mm-hmm.
I and well, we we have a joke. Eu equipe, is it?
Mm-hmm.
So I on social media from this store, and well, I needed to pay attention. So
Yeah.
it's work too, but yeah, I really can imagine without social media in my life now.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry if I bother you with this question, but you have kids?
No.
No, also, yeah, I would ask you if you had kids because I think it's difficult to handle with kids, your work, and your store. So I think you don't have time if you have kids, you don't have time to handle. But I think a woman can handle with everything because we
Yeah,
we we find time, I think, to do the things, so yeah, I think I think not, we are strong, so that's it.
totally.
Alice, yeah, so Alice, how about you?
Mm, so impacts a lot because like the LinkedIn, I spend a lot of time there, uh, reading the texts, seeing the jobs, and in the Instagram too. So I spend time send meme for my colleagues, for my husband. So we communicate with memes. And I think this is part of my routine. So when I have time, I get my um, took my cell phone and start looking the LinkedIn, start looking the Instagram, and I see receipts there. I see uh, places to do a trip in the future. So I think a lot of people do the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's a vicious cycle, because we catch the
Mm,
cell phone,
yeah.
see Instagram, LinkedIn, and the other apps. So, and turn off, I think, I don't know, turn off block the cell phone and the open again to see the same thing again. So I think it's a cycle. But in my case, impact a lot in my routine because nowadays I don't work, but I study. So I studied for a long time because beside the English, I study I try. I don't study, I try because sometimes I don't do it, but I try to study French and the Spanish. So social media impacts in my daily routine because I catch my cell phone and I see, like you said, Mimi on Instagram and the say send a message on WhatsApp. So I like to watch reels. So I waste a lot of time. I don't have TikTok because I think if I have TikTok, I waste a lot of time more than I wasting on Instagram. So I think it's complicated for me. But I try to stop. I oh my God, I don't know how to say that in English. Eu desinstalei on Instagram twice this year to don't to don't see very much, So, but I confess I'm addicted on Instagram, so I can't do I can't handle with this. So every time I catch my cell phone and go to Instagram. to see the new things. I think this name is FOMO. I think it's fear, free out something. I think I don't know how to uh, the word mean, but it's like that. If you want to choose to search for it in another time, it's FOMO. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Uh, Number three. Alice, do you believe social media can have a positive role in education or learning? Why? If so, why? Or if not, why not?
Mm, I think the impact is positive. For me, for example, I use a lot Reels for learning English. So
Mm-hmm.
I watch a lot of videos in English. So I try understand. Like I watch Indian speaking English is very
Oh my God.
difficult.
Yeah.
But I try watch for understands and bridge and another accents.
Mhm.
And this helped me to see how the people uh, talk normally in the normal life.
Mhm.
And but sometimes if you don't have this control, uh, is a bad thing because you can um, watch things is not a good information and like that, and or catch your attention, and you don't give things you think you need to do. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I think I feel you because in my case when I are learning I'm learning something on Instagram. I have two counts, on Instagram. One to my friends and one to study, but I don't use it to study. I just use it to my friends. But I think atrapalha. Oh my God, I forgot how can I say atrapalha in English? And I can't handle with this because sometimes I watch English videos on Reels and do nada appear a Portuguese video and if I like it, né? Tipo, dá o coraçãozinho. The other video, it's only in Portuguese, so I can't handle with this because eu tento fazer só com inglês, but I forgot how can I say? Oh my God. Quando as pessoas falam que você, tipo, você busca uma coisa no Google, aí depois você vai no coisa, eu esqueci o nome disso. But happen a lot, and yeah, for me, it's a bad way to learn on social media, but I think like you said, Alicia, is a good that yeah, algorithm, Gui. Thank you. That's it. um there are a bad way and a good way. So I think it's because I don't have oh my God, I don't have discipline. So I don't have discipline to handle with this. So, Gay, how about you? What are your opinion?
Well, I think the same. I think it can be awesome for access different types of content. For example, we are studying uh, language, for example, so it's interesting uh, to to see and listen different accents. But I mean, like you said, I in general don't have discipline in this case, and in general, I don't have patience to listen in general. It's rarely. So in general, I read the titles. So for me now, for example, social media isn't so interesting to learn. Uh, I like LinkedIn, for example. I follow some people there uh, from different countries. So there I can, okay, let's stop and read the what the people are saying. And I think it's it. So I think it can be awesome, but I think it can be careful because it's easier not pay attention or do different things. For example, I isn't it exactly for education, but for example, oh, I will see what the people are doing about content, and oh, algorithm what? Show other things. I saw other things, so it's easier
Yeah,
for
this
me
is the
to
problem.
pay attention.
Yeah, I think this is the problem about the algorithm because we go to to see one thing and they show other things and they distract us. So I think it's so bad when this happened. But I think we don't have to. It's not much thing to do because yeah, I don't know how to deal with this because I don't know about the technology. But yeah, I think that's it. But I think the number four is about it. Yeah, about algorithm. So, Gui, how do you deal with the overflow of information and news on social media? Do you have a strategy to filter content?
Oh, it's a good question. Um, I try to to filter the content and, for example, follow just the people uh, who can add some content for me and I don't see and feel bad, for example.
Mhm.
Uh, but this, when I saw something I really don't appreciate, I put the don't show me again, for example. It's a
Mm.
way to try to make my social media clean as possible. Um, but yeah, isn't 100%, but I'm trying and it's in general it's work.
Yeah, I totally agree because sometimes I think on the pandemic it was difficult because in every place on the internet, we saw the bad news. So and the newspaper journal I think news is I don't know how to say sensationalista, you know. So I think to feel worse than than you when then you. Caraca, pior do que você já está? Porque, because on the pandemic, everyone was afraid. So, were afraid. Everyone were afraid about the context of the pandemic and the virus. So I think on the pandemic it was so difficult to have this filter, né? This filter content. But nowadays I think it's easier because we don't have a pandemic, a pandemic. But in my case, I try to filter, like you said, to don't show anymore this content. But sometimes I stop to follow. If the count um show me something that I don't agree or don't like it, I stop to follow. Even if a page show other things that I like, but I don't know. For me, it's 880, you know. So if you show some good things or bad things, so it's not for me it's not a middle term. So I stop to follow, and that is my strategy to filter the content. But sometimes it's difficult because nowadays every page on Instagram, because I use so much Instagram. I don't have Twitter, X, I don't know how the name now. And the my social media is Instagram and WhatsApp. So I try to don't see, but it's difficult because one person shares something that I don't like. So if my friends or people that I follow share something that I don't like, eu não vou ter mais ninguém na rede social. That's it.
Yeah.
But it's complicated. That's okay.
Yes.
You want to add something more, Gi, or not? No?
No, no.
Okay. So share. Thank you for your sharing. Alicia, how about you? Alicia,
Alicia.
sorry.
This is
Sorry.
new. The people call me Aline. I don't know why, but sometimes they call Aline. Uh, Alicia is new. So I don't have one strategy to filter the content. I like your idea to stop show the content I didn't know. So I will start use that. Uh, but sometimes I search things in the Instagram and this learn the algorithm what I like. So and I share a lot of content with my husband, with my brother. So I think the algorithm take this sharing and show me more and more these things. But I don't have one strategy.
Yeah, you said a good point because I don't know why, but when I talk near my cell phone and I say something, I don't know, I think they catch and they start to show me something that I said. But in my case, I'm very suspicious. So in my cell phone I don't use the city. I stop the city. So I don't know why how. I don't know how they catch my voice and the know how what I say, and when I open the Instagram or Google something in my apps, they share they show now the show um the same thing that I was saying. So for me, this is very stranger, but it's okay. It's the algorithm. So yeah, that's it. So then another question, number 5. Alice, have you ever experienced or I don't know this word, witnessed cyberbullying or social media on social media? How do you think such situation should be handled?
Hmm, I never uh, experienced that.
Mhm. But you never
Desculpa, eu
seen?
fui
Or-
tossir. Tossar, eu acho.
Okay.
So I don't know how I say tossir in English.
Cough, I think. Cough,
Cough?
like
Yeah.
cough.
Uh, do you have how do you think such situation should be handled? I think depends of the cyberbullying,
Mhm.
because if it's a huge cyberbullying, I think is a case of police.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, but sometimes you only block the person, uh, stop following, like you said. But it depends. have
Mhm.
these two situations and two
Yeah.
forms of handle with that.
Yeah, I think it's um delicate. I think I don't know if this word exists, but it's a delicate situation. Because in my case, I like to fight on social media. I love it. So when I see this the thing I don't understand, why I don't agree, I fight on the comments. I think comentários. I don't know how to say that in English. So I fight a lot. I like to discuss and the. I know I think this is wrong, but I can't handle with this because some people um it's like to be o rei da razão, you know? So this reason the only opinion the only opinion is the right opinion, you know? So I don't agree with this, so I discuss about it. So sometimes yeah, king of reason. That's it. I I like to fight. So I think this is because I spend a lot of time. Spend no, I waste a lot of time on social media because I like to discuss with the person, with the people. But I try to stop because sometimes I see something that I don't agree, and I stop and say, oh, I don't waste my time with this, but I see the other comments. I can't stop it, so I start to fight and discuss with people. So and sometimes I feel so nervous because it stress me, you know. But sometimes I saw on Instagram a meme about it because é saying você não vai me estressar na minha casa com o celular que eu comprei. So it's very funny this meme. And I share in my stories, but in my case, every time always I stay stressful because I think it's not fault de ninguém, anyone. It's my fault because I search for it. I search the comments and discuss about it, but so it's my fault. But it's okay. Yeah, how about you?
Well, I have never been through that. Um, well, I think the same in general. I don't the same. Alice, I in general, I have never é, enfrentei isso. Uh, but yeah, I think I have, uh, if I saw something about that, I think the best part could be depending of the type of cyberbullying. It's about police, but maybe it's how you are saying. Maybe it's fighting on the comments and defend your point, maybe. But in general, I don't comment. Sometimes I read comments, but in general, I don't pay attention and don't write nothing special.
Yeah, girls. I have a a situation that I discussed on Instagram because in the last year I go to Argentina, né? So I see the nature, the things. So I said the things there. It seems like how can I say Espanha and this country. So I I said I write it on the comment that I found some Nigerian, some Angolan people, and the because we talk about we there in Argentina we don't see black people It's Harley. We don't see black people. So we talk about it on the comment. And when I said that when we see the black people, it's I don't know how to say that in English, so I will say em português. Quando a gente vê pessoas pretas, a gente vê elas trabalhando como camelô, you know? uh, selling something. So, but I was so wrong. I know I made a mistake because I said the Nigerian person sell it, Tipo, eu disse que as pessoas nigerianas vendiam, né? Eram camelôs. And a Niger girl fight with me because said the Nigerian person or South Africa person go to Argentina to study, not to sell in on the street, you know? So deixa eu falar rapidinho em português, mas assim, porque senão eu não vou conseguir falar. Só pra conceitualizar e rapidinho finalizar, mas e daí ela brigou comigo, porque falou que as pessoas negras, todas as pessoas negras que vão pra lá, é pra estudar, não pra vender coisas na rua. Só que eu falei pra ela, mas é uma coisa que eu vi, mas eu não sei a nacionalidade dele. Eu fui errada em falar da nacionalidade, não as pessoas negras em geral. E aí ela brigou comigo porque ela falou que ela rodou toda a Argentina. Eu falei, nossa, meu filho, você rodou toda a Argentina e sabe que todas as pessoas pretas que estão na rua são nigerianas ou são coisas, sabe, que foram lá pra estudar. E aí a gente brigou exatamente por causa disso, porque ela falou que já foi da Argentina de sul a norte e já viu todas as ruas. Eu falei, ok, se você falou que é isso, é isso. So we discussed with this, a silly thing, Uma coisa boba. So it was so
Yeah.
strange because I know I didn't Eu não deveria ter brigado por causa disso. Que foi uma coisa idiota de ter brigado. Mas é esse tipo de coisa que eu brigo na internet. Assim. So, Gui, the next question. Can you discuss a time when a social media positively influenced your life or the lives of people you know?
Let me think. Well, a good thing positively influenced my life. I think I could know some people from social media. The older Orkut, for example, I made some friends, and these friends, it's even now a long friendship. And well, I can a lot of products, for example, or travel, I could do and easily because I saw someone talking on social media because the product, the beach, uh, the restaurant, and this for me is very positive.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's because we don't know the place. So when people share, it's easier to know, and you feel desire to know and to visit there. So I think it's important. This is a good point. Alice, how about you?
Have a lot of examples, but one is I know uh, my husband in the Facebook. So we start talk in the Facebook, and we talk every day. And after some days we date.
Mhm.
And are ah, we were together for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think social media is good in this point to know people, but I think it's a good point and this at the same time is a bad point because some people don't have the same luck, because we see a lot of news about Tinder on no jornais. So I think it's danger, but um yeah, I think it depends on the situation, depends the person, so I think it depends very much. But yeah, in my case, I social media influenced me positively when I get a job. I got a job on LinkedIn about the because of social media. So helped me a lot in the past. But I think this social media influence positively. But you need to know how to use this social media because if you don't know, is there are bad things and good things. So it's the 2 point, the dois lados, né? Two ways, two sides. I don't know. Da mesma moeda. So that's it. Let's see. How do you think social media platform can improve to better serve the user mental health? I think this is a good one because I think everyone is crazy about the social media.
Mm, Is a uh, difficult question
Yeah.
because I think doing I think in how was the mental health, but not better the mental health. So maybe if we have we consume content about accept yourself or uh, like when do you see someone accepting uh, her body her body
Mhm.
and this is a good thing because you start look for you and like to and I think is I think needs better need improve yet but I think it's possible like depends of the content you consume yeah
Yeah.
in the social media.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. So, Gui, do you agree with Alice and what's your opinion, your point of view?
Yes, I think so. I think it can be complicated sometimes. For example, how Alice said uh, depends, for example, some situation or so your body, for example, can be a problem. So it's not good for mental health. But I think can be interesting when you can share and you can have support. A lot of people are the same thing about you. For example, oh, I'm sad because this, and oh, you can. I wish better the best moments, or I passei for this, and now I'm okay. For example, I you ask me if I'm not, but I have a lot of girl friends. They are mommies, and I know one big moment for mommies is social media for help. It's groups, uh,
Hmm.
comments, and support, um, mommy to mom.
Yeah, it's a group support, you know.
Yeah.
So I think oh my God. I think it's good point that you said because you and Alice said about the bodies. I think nowadays the girls show the real body, you know, because they don't put a lot of filter, a lot of agitation on the photo. I think this is good because it's good for the teenager and the girls don't accept her body, they body, them body. And nowadays they try to accept and the face it and the try to accept her body, the circumstance, because everyone have a kind of body, and it's not because you're not a model or you're not have the perfect body, but everyone has a body and a different type of body, and it's not because you don't have a model body, your body is not perfect. It's wrong to think in this way, but I think it's because the beauty industry, so the beauty industry and the model industry, so puts it in our mind to, yeah, because they like to see the, I don't know how to say that, rivalidade feminina. So I think this catch a lot of things. So, tipo, pega muitas pautas, So I think this catches a lot of things. So, but yeah, I agree with you, girls, about it. I think for mental health, I think you can follow some uh profile about mental health, about psychology, about therapy, because it's good. I learn a lot of things about this content because I follow some psychologists on Instagram, and it's not to medicate it or to have some, but to know to notice what happened with me or with people that I like. So this content helped me a lot because I when I see the situation that I saw on Instagram in this profile, I noticed and I saw, oh, this is isso é isso, entendeu? So I said, oh, go to the therapy and have a conversation with the therapist because it's good to share, né? To share, to desabafar. I don't know how to say that in English. But that's it. I skipped the number 8. Let me see. Yeah, this is good. This is a good one. Gui, what role do you think privacy plays in the use of social media? How do you protect your privacy online?
Oh, okay. Well, I think I play the low profile girl, but I know I have my moments. I sometimes, for example, I want to share a lot of things, for example, especially on stories.
Mhm.
But in general, I don't share a lot of things about my life and about my family. In general, I don't share a lot of things. And I think this is a way to protect my privacy, pardon, I'm sorry, uh,
Privacy?
privacy. And I think it's security too. For example, in general, I'm in the, in, for example, I don't know, I'm some street. In general, I just put if I'm not there anymore.
Hmm. Yeah, in the past, I have a cousin that in the past she put the location, that everyone everywhere they went, she put on the social media, on the Facebook and on Instagram. So my father said to her to stop do it because it's danger. So the people say where you are, onde você está, where you are, and they can do anything with you, or I don't know, so stalling you. So I think it's important to don't put this information on social media. And I agree with you. In my case, I'm low profile as well. I don't share photos about my family. and even if about me, but sometimes I put some photos, but it's hardly. I like to see the other profile, but me, I don't put. Okay, so Alicia, how about you?
So I'm low profile too, but sometimes I put when I travel like that. I like
Yeah.
to put photos of the travel or events. But do I private my photos for only my friends. So the if you isn't my friend, you don't see my photos. And the WhatsApp too. So I put in the WhatsApp. I take the WhatsApp photo for those friends. So I did this because one day one something stolen my photo and my number and contact my parents
Oh my God. Mm-hmm.
and ask for money. Uh, but they don't uh, they don't believe in, thank God. Because I don't ask for money for my parents, so it's was strange for them, and they what? And but they get the photo I use in the WhatsApp,
Mm-hmm.
so I put this rule.
It's important. In my case, I asked for money for my parents, so this don't
Okay.
happen with me. But we have oh my God, I don't know how to say that in English. Security word, palavra de segurança. So if I ask for some money, my father ask or my mother ask. So I think this is a good point to to share and to know about if he is you because are you because it's nowadays with the AI, you know, yeah, AI, it's good. It's easier to cometer esse tipo de crime, né? So it's important. So, yeah, I think we don't have time to one more questions. I'd like to ask number 9. So, Alice, how do you see the future of social media evolving? Are there any trends change you're particularly interested in or concerned about?
I think we need more good content with conscientization
Mhm.
and things like love yourself, things like that. More and more for we have diversity with women, men, the the color, the country, the culture. So know more about the diversity
Mhm.
in the social media can help, but we need consume more these contents.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good one. Thank you for your sharing, Alice. And you, Guy, how about you?
Well, I think the future I is changing now how we see the influencers. This is beginning to change because I think on pandemic we had a boom,
Mhm.
different influencers, but
Yeah.
now I think we are asking more, well, this is really good, or are you paying for say it's good? So I think it is changing. Uh, UCT, if I'm not wrong, it's a type of content, but true content, and I think it's I think you grow up, I think. And well, let's see what we will have about artificial intelligence on social media. So let's see, I'm interested in see what will happen.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think nowadays we have to become a trend things that really important,
Yeah,
because some people, like you said, Gigi, some people don't merece a fama que tem, so because they
totally.
share some a bad content and the people become their influence. Like I think you remember about the aquele ai, meu Deus, aquele cara, eu esqueci o nome dele. Aquele mendigo que, lembra que teve aquele caso com a mulher lá no carro e tal? Que ele,
Oh,
tipo,
yeah,
se transformou, tipo, todo mundo começou a seguir ele e ele agora é influence, sabe? Uma coisa ruim que ele fez.
exactly.
So people don't, I don't know what people think about it, so, but I don't know. For me, it's so strange when people follow this content because this is not, não tem nada que agrega. So
Exactly.
this bad thing. Girls, we don't have more time. We have 2 minutes, but I would like to know how was the conversation? Gee, I'll start with you. How was the conversation?
I was really good. I think
Mhm.
was very interesting. That's it.
Okay, thank you. And Alicia, how about you?
It's a deep content uh, topic, no?
Mhm.
And I like
I like it.
talk with you guys.
Mhm. Thank you, girls. I don't have the link on the survey because this is not my immersion. My immersion, I share my immersion. My immersion is on Thursday, 10 a.m. and on Sunday, 11 a.m. If you want to appear there to attend my immersion, you're welcome. And I think that's it. So, thank you, girls, for sharing your opinions about this topic. And see you in another mission. Okay? Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.